Shalom, all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the bishops and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well through the scriptures. Peace to the 144,000 and the rest of the hopefully elect. I am the brother Chaya from GMSC Indianapolis, the branch of Indiana. This is another in transit. You see the word hypocrite up there. I just did a word search so you can see some of the scriptures on screen. So I'll just, speak, Lord willing, is edifying, and just, just speak my piece about it. Start off by saying you got to serve the Most High for yourself. You got to believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for yourself. All right, because being a hypocrite or faking the funk, if you will, is basically you wasting your own time. I would say you wasting everybody's time, but really you wasting your own time, because the word hypocrite basically means actor. So you faking it, you acting, and there's some damn good actors out there. You know what I'm saying? You got to me personally, I believe Tupac was the greatest actor of all time. They all talk about Denzel and Brad Pitt and all of that, but here it is. He fooled a whole generation of men into thinking he was the most gangsterous person on earth. A whole Tupac, right? But anyway, yeah. See, there going an example right there. Tupac, right? A actor, twofold, threefold. Don't be like Tupac. All right. When the camera's on, you all this is how Tupac was. When the camera's on, when the camera was on, he was thugged out, gangster, 50 niggas deep, Alizé, whatever, all that stuff he said, right? When the camera's off, whole nother individual, whole nother person. Can't be like that in the truth. Well, you can't be like that with anything you do, but damn sure don't be like that in the truth. When the camera's on, when you at camp, it's fucking great balls of fire. All right, but then when you not, then it's goddamn icicles, right? That's why what did Paul say? He said, "Don't obey in my presence only, but much more in my absence, much more in his absence," right? Because that's a thing of integrity too. Now, I can't think of the exact definition of integrity on hand, but I remember when the word used to come up, it was always associated with doing what's right when nobody is looking. All right? Not just doing what's right because you can be seen, but doing what's right when no one's looking. All right? When nobody's there to credit you. Because you know what? The Most High sees. The Most High sees everything, all right? What does the scripture say? It says, such a man feareth the eyes of man, but he forget that the Most High eyes is 10,000 times brighter than the sun. I mangled that scripture, Salakia. But basically, you just, you're doing it for show. You're doing it to be seen of men. So what did the scripture say, right? The scripture says in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, it says, woe to the sinner that goeth two ways, for he believeth not. All right? And that's just plain. See, the Lord didn't give a whole bunch of extra additives with that. He said, woe to him that goeth two ways. All right? Matter of fact, it says, woe to him that is faint-hearted and goeth two ways. All right, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. So, right? If you a logical man, right? If you got a little good sense working with you, you can see that the world is in shambles. All right. It don't take a rocket science to put those things together, right? With these, now if you a man with exceptional logic and exceptional reason, then you know better. Now you a man who called himself a man of the Lord, who called himself a man of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So now you got the one up. You got the total insight, right? The scripture says what? A wise man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. So where he gonna hide at? Right? Esau got the world covered. The scripture says what? The earth is given into the hands of the wicked, right? So Esau got the earth. He got the technology. He got all type of X-ray. Hell, you could go on. You could find people. You got these crazy exes that be deranged, looking for you, popping up. So if the average person can find somebody, what can Esau do with his weaponry? See, we need to be defended from Esau. Revelation 12:12. It say the devil knoweth he got a short time, therefore is he coming down having great wrath. He's rushing. He know he got a short time, so he's rushing his new world order. He trying to hurry up and get it to come. All right? Because he watching the prophecies as well as we watching them. He see what's going on, but he can't do nothing about it. But he got instruments. He got weapons of war. And it's going to work on certain people. And we hoping to be defended from that. All right? So the scripture says what? The righteous foreseeth the evil and hide of himself. Where he going to hide at? Right? Proverbs, 18:10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and are safe. See? That strong tower, that's what you going to hide. What's that? Psalm 91. Now, see, when you read Psalm 91, it says, there's a part in there which says, because thou made the Lord, how can I, wait a minute. It says, because thou made Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai thy refuge, which is my refuge. Basically, that's your safe place. That's your hiding spot. That's your safety net. Right? You gotta just trust in the Lord for in all things, man. Right? You gotta fear the Lord. See, because the scripture says what? The fear of the Lord driveth away sins. All right? So everything that the scripture says, all right, you gotta, how can I say, you gotta exert yourself to execute it. Right? You got to exert yourself to execute it. The scripture says, be continuously around a godly man. Right? And he can tarry with you if you miscarry. So you around brothers, you around godly men, you're going to be constantly honed to a fine, sharp instrument. Like the scripture says, iron sharpeneth iron, so doth the man sharpen the countenance of his friend. You make your friend better. Whether it's harsh or whether it's subtle or whether it's, But nevertheless, y'all around each other and y'all like-minded, y'all gonna be on point. He grab you, put you on point. You grab him, put you on point. But how that's gonna happen when two niggas in the world trying to one-up each other with stories of niggerdom? I remember I was blah, blah, blah. Oh, I was blah, blah, blah. I was blah, 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 blah. That's how I go with niggas. Right? So you can't go two ways in anything. You can't have 1 foot in the truth and 1 foot in the world. And it's different. There's facets to being a hypocrite. You always got to be watching yourself to make sure you're not a hypocrite. You remember Yahweh Shai? When he was wearing the Pharisees and the Sadducees out, all right, they come to him with that BS. He'll line them up, He'll respond, and then you can see the turn up. You can see the climax. Ye hypocrites. See, that's a hell of a thing to be called too. A hypocrite, right? Now, what did the scripture says? It says a hypocrite shall not stand in his sight. So the Lord not going to acknowledge you. The Lord is not going to look. You're going to be ignored. Ain't that a hell of a feeling? You ever was talking to somebody and they was flat out ignoring you? You right there in their face, waving your hand, trying to get their attention. And they just, and they acting like you just not fucking there. I've done it. And the person who I done it to was appalled, right? So that's some shit. That's what the Lord gonna do. You know, you straight up be ignored. Like, no, nigga, I'm not on your side. I'm not on your team. You a hypocrite. Oh, back at the scripture in Revelation, it says, I'd rather you were hot or cold, right? Like coffee, right? You get, most coffee is hot. People like their coffee hot. All right. And then, new age in the last, 10 plus years, you got the iced coffees, however long that's been around, whatever, right? Or you got your hot tea and you got your iced tea, right? Nobody wants neither one of those beverages lukewarm. Right? I never seen that on the menu. Going somewhere eating lukewarm tea, right? So the Lord said that. He said, I'd rather you was hot or cold. Whether be hot for the truth or cold for the, or just whether be in it or not in it. Right? But it says, because you neither hot nor cold, but lukewarm, I'm going to spew you out of my mouth. Get rid of you. You don't fit. You're not the right temperature. You're supposed to be hot. Now, right? Let's say that you ain't hot. Well, get hot. Scripture says a righteous man knoweth when he slippeth. Right? So we know, come on, man. We know right and wrong, right? We've been brought up and raised in this truth, all right, from the tutelage of the apostles and the elders of your camp, right? Various different counsel and advice, to a point where now you're able to counsel yourself and recorrect or redirect yourself. So you can reactivate yourself. That's the thing. And then another way to get hot, right? When you barbecuing and them coals ain't hot, and what you do, you put the coals that's not hot on top of the coals that is hot. Right? That helps being around brothers. Being around godly men. Because what do godly men do? They have a righteous discourse. We was somewhere, damn, where was we at? We was out to eat, just the brothers, after camp, just to enjoy each other's company. We might go somewhere and just, have a little bite of something. And we in the having all type of conversations, and they was 80 to 90% spiritual. Yeah, we talked about women because that's what men do. But it was a spiritual connotation in that. But most of the things we was talking about was spiritual. Right? So, hey, there you go. Anyway, I pray this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakah Kodash, Shalom. And these type of lessons, I'm talking to myself first. So, we ain't trying to be no hypocrites at all. See, we give advice, we take our own advice. We ain't trying to look. We watching how we walk on this path. You want to end up like Gorilla Hebrew? Want to end up like him? That's a total hypocrite. You want to end up like General Yohana? We'll see. You all right? We'll see where his allegations come to. But anyway, Shalom.